You wanna know what heaven's like? It's a bag, a room full of books, and carte blanche to pick anything you want. Okay, so for today's addition to my fortnight of book hauls, here's what we got. My library had a bag book sale. So what this means is this. You bring in a bag, like this one, and fill it up with as much as you can fit. And it costs you $5. It's cray-cray. Libraries will do this every once in a while to clear out space on the book sale shelves if things are getting a bit crowded. And inadvertently create a moment of paradise for us book lovers. So let's take a peek at some of those books I stuffed in that bag, shall we? This lovely hardback edition of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince to add to my mismatched Harry Potter collection over here. This is in pretty good shape, just slightly wrinkled at the top, which happens when you read your books. This is a first edition, which is kinda exciting as I got it for what breaks down to like a shiny quarter. If you want to know how to identify first editions, I will link to the video where I explain that down below. I actually already have a used first edition of the Half-Blood Prince, but it does not have the dust jacket, so I'm debating whether I'm going to give away the non-dust jacket book or keep both. The non-dust jacket version for reading, and then keep the pretty good condition one with the dust jacket in as good of condition as possible for when it's worth a good chunk of change down the road. We'll see, I don't know. The Sandman Dream Country by Neil Gaiman. This is book 3 in his graphic novel series. The art is pretty cool. I have to be in a very certain mood for Sandman though. It's pretty dang dark and depressing at times. I picked up some really nice copies of some Shakespeare plays to add to my collection. I got this Folger Shakespeare Library edition of Hamlet. It's kind of cool because on the right side of the pages is the play, and on the left are explanations of the idioms of the Old English and what the words meant back then, and then also diagrams of things we moderners would have never seen before like this. It's pretty cool. I also picked up a copy of As You Like It, which was probably my favorite Shakespeare play as a teenager, and now when I read it, I realize it's his play that might make the least amount of sense. Maybe that's why I liked it. I also got Much Ado About Nothing, which I think is one of his most brilliant plays. Key of Light by Nora Roberts. I'm hit or miss on Nora Roberts in general, but this is one of my favorite series by her, so I jumped on it when I saw it. It's paranormal romance written Nora Roberts style, so it reads a lot like contemporary romance. It's a trilogy about 3 women who must fulfill an ancient prophecy about 3 semi-goddesses and 3 keys to be found. It's quite good. I got this nice paperback copy of The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. It's a Modern Library Classics edition. I already have a hardback edition of this, which my husband brought into our marriage with him, which was a huge point in his favor, let me tell you. And I also have a leather-bound version of this. So this paperback edition will go on my share shelf, which is a shelf I set up so that I can share with people the books I love without worrying about if they'll return it, because I will have extra copies. Eclipse. This is the last book in the Twilight series I don't own, so I'm just finishing up the collection, and it's in quite good condition. Okay, and the Signet Classics edition of Animal Farm by George Orwell. I read this at the end of last year on my Kindle and really liked it, so I wanted it on my shelf. The pigs outlaw alcohol when they get bad hangovers and then un-outlaw it when they recover. It's really clever. Drawing on the right side of the brain. This is one my husband snuck into my pile. He says everyone should own this book. I'm going to assume it's something he read when he went to an arts high school. It's something to do with brain research and how it can help you draw better. If it can improve my drawing, it would be a miracle, though I must say, I've been told I draw very expressive faces on stick figures. So, then I got 2 extra copies of The Hunger Games and Catching Fire. I actually already own these, and in the same exact type, a paperback of The Hunger Games and a hardback of Catching Fire. So these will go on my share shelf because, well, Hunger Games! And this is just a taste of the wonders of a $5 bag book sale. It will make your insides explode from joy.